Hey guys, thanks for dropping in for another Diecast Diecast review, or Diecast video, I guess you could say, on this one. Just going to go over some stuff on Dirt Late Model news that has been kind of released into the Dirt Late Model Facebook pages and different things like that, as far as the Dirt Diecast world. Sometimes that stuff's separated from the NASCAR side of things quite a bit, and so I just wanted to go over some things. Lionel and Kyle Larson, apparently they have teamed up to do a Kyle Larson Rumley number 6 late model, and it's going to ship in July, apparently, according to the website. I went ahead and pre-ordered one because I want to see what it's all about. The non-autograph version is $125. The autograph version is $175, I believe. And yeah, it's going to be Lionel doing the next round of late models for Kyle Larson, instead of American Diecast, the ADC company, which is what these late models here in front of you are. The green car on the right, you'll see, does not have a chassis under it, and there's a reason for that. I wanted to kind of show you guys the ADC chassis, and then I'm going to go into what I kind of think Lionel is probably doing with this Dirt Late Model deal. So the ADC chassis here is a very detailed car. You can see as I turn this around, full radiator detail, front suspension detail with coilover shocks and springs, engine detail with the reverse mount oil pump and everything on the back side of the engine, plug wires and an oil can, driveline detail, working front and rear suspension, header detail, fuel cells pretty basic compared to what some of the new Dirt Late models are running these days, but we got beadlock wheels on the right, standard wheels on the left. You got full door bars here, and that wraps underneath and ties into the chassis. As you can see here, the chassis, I'm going to zoom out. Oop. Let's see here. There we go. The chassis, as you can see, like at the end of my thumb here, how the chassis tips in towards the engine bay on the driver's side. It's like an offset rail there. Just really good detail. The 4-bar suspension in the rear that does work. Just overall very detailed, and it definitely adds value to these cars. This is the bumper that goes in between the chassis and the body. Fits tight up underneath this MD3 nose that's on the front of these cars. Looks really good. This is the newest tooling that ADC has for the Dirt Late models, and they've got the swoop style nose here with the body line in it. That is a trademark of 5-star bodies, performance bodies in the MD3 program. So moving on, this chassis here that you see, I'll zoom in again, is an old Action Dirt Late Model chassis that was used on Dirt Late models in the late 90s, early 2000s, when Action was doing a lot of late models for, you know, your guys like Billy Moore, Scott Bloomquist, Rick Eckert, Steve Francis, all those guys back then that were having diecast made. This one actually come out of this car here. I pulled it apart so we could look at it, but this is a Dale Earnhardt 1985 Camaro that he had ran a time or two, and they ended up doing one of those Action Historical Series diecasts in the early 2000s, and that's where this one came from. What I'm thinking here, and where I'm going with this, is that Lionel has said that with this new Larson late model and the new Dirt Late models going forward, because they're going to have, you know, this new Dirt Late model tooling, is that they've got they're going to have a detailed chassis, and for the price of the car, I could see them, if they still have this tooling from when they bought out, you know, Action, Motorsports Authentics, whatever, if that this tooling here to make these chassis survived, like the Ford Thunderbird, 90s Monte Carlo, 80s Monte Carlo, the stuff that you see them, the Luminas, the stuff that you see them making the action, or not action, the NASCAR classics out of these days. If they have this tooling, which this tooling very well could have survived through all those buyouts and everything, Lionel has access to make these chassis. If they've got the molds, they can make these pieces, and this would be, you know, dirt late models haven't changed a lot over the years. You can see the similarities. If I zoom out on this, you can see the similarities between these two chassis, as far as the frame rails and the cage location and the right side door bars, all that stuff. Rear suspension's a little bit different on this older style one, the non-ADC, the action, whatever you want to call it. But I'm thinking maybe this is what Lionel is thinking. They're going to use this chassis because it's, you know, dirt late models haven't changed a lot. And if they can get away with using this chassis, put a different rear bumper on it. This is just a plastic rear bumper. And maybe, I don't even know if they'll do a different fuel cell. This fuel cell pops out. Nope, it's kind of a wedge style fuel cell. That's more what they're using these days anyway, is kind of a wedge style fuel cell. A little bit different than this, but you know, I would be fine with that if that's what they're planning on doing. It'd be better than the plastic chunk, you know, type chassis that they had done on the you know, the Cars Tour type late model. Not complaining about that because it keeps the cost down. That car's $65. This one, like I said before, 125 bucks. For 125 bucks, I want some chassis detail. I mean, that's you know, we're talking the cost of a you're getting up there to where those new Elite, Premier, whatever, the newest ones that they're coming out with the tethers and everything. You're getting up to that price range. It needs to have some detail, you know, and I'm guessing, maybe, like I said, I could be totally wrong, but maybe that's what they're doing with this. And I'd probably be okay with it. You know, this isn't exactly completely up to date, but it's a heck of a lot better than having a plastic underbody that's just another, you know, cheaper version of what we used to have. And so I guess we'll have to see. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. I just wanted to do this and kind of show what my thoughts were and what my predictions are on this new stuff. And some guys might not even heard about the new dirt late models, and some guys probably don't even care. So anyway, that's all I got on this one, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what your comments are, what your thoughts are on this. I'm curious to see what everybody's thinking. So thanks, guys.